What's up, people? You've now officially tapped into Breezy TV here live at Soundproof Studios here in Edmonton, Alberta. We're here to talk about the Day One original series produced by Canadian Diamond Boys and directed by Anthony LaRose. And I have a very, very special guest today. Her name is Philly.
Hello.
Hi, Philly. Hi, Philly.
If I leave this dude, if I'm at work, he's sitting outside. If I go buy food, he's chilling in the parking lot. If I'm going to the club, this nigga's watching me from the shadows. You're telling me just try to make it work? This guy's not right in his head.
We're here to talk about the obviously Day One series and really get into what happened on the show because a lot of people are really excited.
Yes.
How did you get involved in the show?
So Shot, Anthony LaRose, I know him as Shot.
Mm-hmm.
He was filming another series he was working on, or a movie, The Choice.
The Choice, sure. Film.
And he needed some salon space, so he had to do some scenes, and he used my salon. So I was like, oh man, I wish I got involved. I didn't at that time because I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
And then after that, when he was done wrapping up with the actors he was working with, I'm like, well, if you do something else, I want in.
Yeah.
And then I got in.
Okay. You said at your salon. For this series, did he get into your salon as well?
I feel like we shot some scenes at the salon. Not my scenes, but some of the other scenes for the series were shot there.
So working with director Anthony LaRose, like a lot of people have this perception of him. How is it working with him?
My mom describes him as a mad scientist.
Oh, damn.
So, yeah, I like seeing how he shoots and how he works. We stick to a script, but at the same time, he's like, hold on, if we improv something that works, he's like, okay, and we'll rework something.
Yeah.
So he's cool. I like working with him because he is very creative.
Yeah.
But he's a mad scientist. So when he's
Okay.
like concocting something, he puts a little more to it even than what he initially had. And then he'll like go with an idea that just sparks on the day.
Okay.
So it's cool. Like we'll have something. He's like, okay, we're going to add to that. Or
Yeah.
we're going to take away like at the same time. So he's good with his improv stuff.
Okay. Speaking of improv, is there any like funny stories that happened on set or anything that really stood out to you that you can talk about?
But yes. Well, my character in particular, I play a female that is in an abusive relationship.
Yes.
There was some things that were more serious when we were filming, and then there were some things that, even though it was like kind of a dark situation, we kind of spun it to be more fun on set.
Yeah.
So people don't get to see that part. Like my counterpart, the guy I'm acting with, like I had to kind of like teach him how to choke me properly.
Yeah.
And he,
Whoa.
yeah,
You had to-
he was
you had to-
like,
you had to
he
teach him
was
how to
being
choke
really
properly.
gentle. I'm like, come on, we got to get the right scene. Let's go. And I had to like kind of adjust things, but he was,
Okay.
he was really sweet.
So it turned out well after.
It turned out amazing, but it was
Okay.
like, at the time it was kind of funny, but after I watched it, I was like, holy crap. So it was like, weird stuff that's not meant to be funny that was funny behind the scenes.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So you say that you play someone that's in an abusive relationship.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel everyone's gonna react to that? Is this something you really wanted to do? Is it something you were kind of scared to do?
Honestly, I don't mind. I'm not the type of female that, like, I am fully acting in this role. So it was kind of cool for me. I got to take from situations and stories I know of other people,
yeah.
and I applied it to the role that I was presented. So for me, like, I feel like a lot of women will kind of know where my character is coming from just based on how like real some of the situations that my character is put in are.
Yeah. It's fine.
And I definitely think it's probably gonna get a little more notice than I even intended, because when I signed on, I didn't know it was gonna be like this extreme of that type of character.
Yeah.
And I definitely got to apply some things and stories of people that I do know and kind of brought it into the role, and I got to see the other side of things.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a pretty intense role, I think.
Most of the actors, like 95% of the actors that director Anthony LaRose put on for the show, they don't have really acting experience.
Yeah.
I don't know if you do as well.
I
you
mean,
roll?
in grade 8, I did a little drama, but other than that, not really. Like, I like acting. I'm kind of like silly and fun and whatever. So acting and playing another role is awesome to me because I get to leave my real life, my box of my 9-to-5ing it, and do something that I just want to try.
So is this a very alpha-dominated series? Like, how many women are in the set?
Yes and no. In real life, this type of lifestyle is predominantly perceived as very alpha and male run, but
Yeah.
I mean, there's always a strong female behind every powerful male. Like,
That
it's
is
not
true.
just one way or the other. You won't typically just see a man doing everything with no female presence in his actions, behaviors, why he's doing things. So this series, you get to see the female aspect that's brought in. My role is very non-alpha male or non-alpha character,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I mean, there's other females in the series that do have a very dominant role that show the female side of things. So it takes away from just all the males doing this and all the guys. There's women that are showing some strong roles. So he also presents that. So you get to see both sides of it. So going back to my role, like, even though it's perceived as not alpha, like, I go toe to toe with the man in my relationship in the series, and I don't back down per se in every situation. So I show like the dominant side of how, even though I'm in a trapped type of relationship, how I can kind of, you know, recant and like behave a certain way to, you know, show like how tough that a woman can be in another light. However, like, I don't want to give too much, but I mean, it shows my character doesn't just stay, and I can see how women can be trapped in these circumstances, but you can also see how there's always an out. So my character shows different sides to that.
Seems very real.
Yeah.
Very real.
Yeah.
So about 90% of the actors are not really aspiring actors or looking to be actors. How do you feel about Anthony LaRose putting on for these people and giving them a chance to show their talent?
Honestly, I think he did put a lot of people on. He got to pick different people that he thought would fit roles. I saw the cast. I remember the first day when he was shooting, I showed up and everyone was there, and I knew some of the people there. I met some of the people there. Some were mutual friends that I knew. And I think he's gonna definitely take this somewhere with a lot of people. Like, I don't think they planned on doing it, but based on how this turned out, it's gonna spin into something bigger. The people that didn't necessarily think that they would be like acting or actors or into it, they definitely got to play around with how he directed and got to see that, hey, maybe this could be something that they could go somewhere with. So I think a lot of people are gonna take other things from this, and depending on where this goes, there's other avenues and windows and stuff that'll be open for all the actors in the series. So
Okay, so you think that a lot of the actors that feel how you feel, that they're gonna do something after this?
absolutely, yes, because this was done really well. So he definitely directed and showed people how, like, where they can go with little roles. Like, I don't know if they initially planned on doing this ever, but how it turned out and seeing their work on screen, you can definitely see where you can go with it. So I think the people that he picked, he did very well with choosing. So I want to see like where everybody else goes from this.